Pillows, they sleeping on me. Pillows, I'ma wake up and she gon' call me hero. They sleeping on me. Pillows, they sleeping on me. Pillows, we gon' send that bread and they gon' send back. Pillows, they sleeping on me. Pillows, I'ma wake up and she gon' call me hero. They sleeping on me. Pillows, they sleeping on me. Pillows, we gon' send that bread and they gon' send back.
Oh,
I always wanted to say that.
Oh, go ahead. You didn't say it. He did. He took it. He stole your moment.
I didn't say. I wasn't fast enough.
No, probably.
He got it. He got it before me. That's cool. I'll get it next time.
Quicker than that.
We don't own the rights to
What's going on, y'all?
I see you with the bling over there. I got the gold chains on. You got that?
Hey, no, don't tuck your chain.
Don't tuck your chain.
Your grandma bought you.
You know what's up with you.
Your grandma bought you that chain.
How y'all doing today? Come on, Cocaine, get on your shit. You supposed to be figuring out how we doing and all that.
I am, but y'all. So let me get into my space because today is the very first day of my vacation. So I am feeling fantastic, fine, phenomenal, just like
Phenomenal woman. That's me.
all of the good vibes going on. All of the waves is popping off right here. I went first. I'm feeling extra wavy, baby.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
How you feeling, big homie?
You know, smooth, suave all the time. Yeah, we chilling.
Fresh cut.
Yeah, I'm mad about it because these
I
prices,
see the
man.
lining, man. I do see the lining. You looking real crispy over there.
Thank you.
Them prices messing with you.
I'm finna grow my hair.
Well, you could just learn how to do it yourself.
Yeah, or that. Or just get a sew in or something.
No man weaves.
What's
I'm
the
good.
move over there? You
I'm
good?
feeling good, yeah.
Hey, y'all ain't get to see
I
it,
was out today.
but Punk had a ponytail earlier before we started, and he took the ponytail down, and he was like, you know, in one of the commercials, like shaking it just.
Yeah.
I
I'm
see
trying to
the,
catch
I
up.
see
Little
the
promo vid.
I see the linkage over there. You doing good. You looking real good over
I'm
there.
gonna catch you. Don't worry.
Deuce, we ain't forget about you back there in the cut, man.
What up, y'all?
Deuce.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. We
Feeling great.
Producer.
We getting litty tonight, baby.
Yeah.
We getting litty tonight.
24.
I'm so happy to see y'all.
Yeah, you been in a good spirit today. What's going
She on
on?
vacation?
I'm on vacation.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't us. It was a vacation.
I'm on vacation for a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
And don't
What
try
you
to
do?
call
What
her
you-
in,
What you doing on your vacation?
because she ain't coming.
I'm gonna be on Do Not Disturb for my vacation. So
You going somewhere?
yeah, I am.
Where you going?
I'm going to Jamaica.
Oh, I just said that random.
Jamaica.
I am going to
I know
Jamaica
that
at some
already.
point.
That's
Yeah,
what's
I've
up.
never been to Jamaica, but I've heard
Going
it's
solo,
like
dolo,
really
dude,
nice.
Big guy.
Dang.
I'm just asking.
Just know I'm gonna be on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, that tells us what we need to know.
D&D.
DND.
That
Hashtag.
ain't gonna be the only D in there.
Don't
You get a rim shot here.
don't hit me up. I'm gonna be on DND.
DND.
Be deep in the
DNP.
sand. Okay. You funny. It's Friday though, so it's many reasons to be. You know, those that work Monday through Friday, it's many reasons to be.
Yeah, I
in
was
good
out today,
spirits and
so I've been
stuff.
chilling all day.
Oh,
Went
so
to the
me and
gym
Big Homie,
early.
we the ones that you went to the gym?
I go to the gym every day.
You say it like that.
Because I don't usually go to the gym. I go to the gym every day.
This is news. Shout out to going to the gym.
I can't keep looking like this. At some point, I gotta
Get
in
it right,
shape,
get it
man.
tight. What's your
My kids getting older. I got all boys. They gonna think they stronger than me at some point.
Yeah, you gonna have to keep up. You gonna have to keep up
I
for
still be
sure.
flexing nephew on there.
Yeah, I know. I be seeing how tired you are when you get done.
I be winning.
I'm like, yeah, I can't get like, I can't be like that.
I don't know. But I'm gonna get in the gym too one day.
Yeah. It's harder. You best to get in there now because it get harder.
Man,
metabolism slow down.
Get,
Man, it's crazy.
It's a rough life. It's rough for me, and I be fake in the gym like every day. But
you gonna flex your muscles like you was doing earlier?
Let me kiss. You gotta kiss the guns.
So while we talking about the gym, it was a quick topic that I wanted to hit just on lightheartedness. Do women lie when they say dad bods are in? Is that a lie? Is that
it's
fiction?
Not. It depends on the type of dad bod. I'm gonna say
they
that
like
because
dad bods, chubby guys be having money.
But all dad, first of all,
Really?
no.
Did you revert it back to money?
Really?
Look at Rick Ross, DJ.
That's
Khaled,
not a dad bod. Rick Ross
but I'm
don't have
saying
a dad
that
bod.
paved the way for the dad bod. You ain't that big, but you still a little. Yes.
No.
They be thinking the dad bods.
The dad bods are like the type of men that you will see that they have the body structure of a man that may have been into sports at some point in time in their life, and their bodies, the shoulders may not be as broad as they used to be. They don't have like a full like
overlapping, but they got a belly.
but it's not like protruding out or something like that. You can look at a man and you can tell like he may used to be into either sports or working out or something like that, but he ain't just let it just go to waste or something like that. No shade to Rick Ross,
Rick Ross
but
slimmed
he
down,
ain't got.
He lost some weight.
But it's a difference when you lose weight and then you got some type of tone. Like you have, your body is a little toned. It's more solid in certain areas. I'll say that. I don't know what Rick Ross' body looks like, but
I'm not. He always on stage with no shirt on.
I haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, dad bods they decent.
Okay. All right. Just want to start off a little lighthearted.
I don't know where you pulled that from.
Previous pod.
They still want the guys with all the muscles and stuff.
Right?
Oh, I thought he was gonna say
our big homie was like, "Yeah, they in until the swole dude walk back."
But y'all would be surprised. Like some women don't want no real swole dude. That's like just hard body.
Like that dude that been dancing everywhere.
They don't want no guy that can't move. They so swole, they be.
Y'all ain't seen that big swole guy that be dancing everywhere.
Yes,
like,
I'm sure everybody. You haven't seen it?
Well, maybe I did. I don't know who you're talking about.
In the ice cream shop, like
yeah, he just random. He too big to be dancing.
Just be
he sit his ass down.
Going off.
Motherfucker look like a middle linebacker.
Really?
Yeah.
He's super big though. Like he probably shouldn't. But it's entertaining, and people continuously watch him all the time. So
I scroll right past Chico.
You sick of his ass?
You watched him a few times.
The first few, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
That's how
I didn't know what he was gonna do at first, and then the first video, I'm like, all right, this big nigga dance, all right, whatever.
That's how I felt about I got a bald head.
Tyrone.
The first couple was cool, but then it was like every video.
Yeah. While we talk about dances, y'all been sitting at Hey Baby dance.
Yeah,
that shit crack.
Let me see what it looks like. You talking about all that?
Yeah, and they be sliding and that shit.
Big homie said he did.
No, that's a remix.
I can show you.
Yeah.
I can show you.
I've never seen it.
You said they be sliding.
Yeah, they be sliding off that shit.
They be getting
Is that the little moonwalk thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That little slide.
Yeah. I seen that shit. That was weird.
We gonna have to attempt that. Yeah, we gonna have to attempt that.
You be trying to do it.
Hell no.
I was in it.
I can't define.
I just learned it, but I was in it.
Who taught you?
TikTok.
I was just
I was in the basement earlier, like, oh, okay, that's how you get this shit.
It's easy.
Ain't easy, but
my first attempt was
simple.
the other day and Food for Less. I'm like, I'm gonna try.
You tried it in public?
Yeah.
Oh, you wild as hell.
For the first time in public.
It was tragic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because that
It
shit
was
hard
bad.
initially.
You know, we having fun. Me and my wife at there. I'm like, I'm about to. Yeah, I was in there looking goofy.
Did you post it on your shit?
No, I ain't recorded. I
Okay.
recorded.
Oh,
So it
okay.
was for her eyes and whoever else was in Food.
Oh, okay.
Looking like this stupid ass.
They got you on the camera. They got you on candy camera.
I was probably in the same category as the dude I was just talking about.
Right.
Somebody, he need to sit down.
Yeah, that's
he need
why
to
it
go
is.
somewhere.
So, y'all want to get into the first real topic?
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I heard that Punk was over here feeling spicy today, so
Every
We gonna see.
time, you know how I'm coming.
What y'all want to
Prepare
hit?
yourself.
Y'all want to hit the Rihanna, the two outfits,
You know
men
what?
making
How about
women
this?
priorities.
How about this? How about you pick? How about you just throw it out there and let us?
Yeah, Deuce
Let us,
produce,
let
man.
us,
Let us know what we talking about.
What we doing today?
I love me some Riri, so let's kick this off.
I ain't used to rock with Riri, but over time she got, I don't know, Riri sexy than the mother. And I ain't even used to,
I was talking about her as a person.
Oh, I mean, her music cold too. Then something happened, her face grew into it. Then her face grew
I
into
think
it.
her belly got bigger, so her forehead probably just kind of.
So we all know that
It's an illusion.
So we all know that she's pregnant now. Apparently, allegedly by ASAP Rocky.
Allegedly.
But I saw a triggering post, and it said Rihanna is worth $1.7 billion, but chose to be a baby mother. So that kind of led us to one of our topic questions: do modern women, is their goal to have a child more than it is to get married, or is marriage not even a goal for modern women?
We gonna say the answers first.
Yeah, we can go on.
I think if you ask a woman, they gonna say marriage this and marriage that, but in all actuality, they rather have a baby first.
I don't know if they'd rather have a baby first. I just think they feel like guys ain't shit. But they want a baby. So they'd rather deal with whatever, have their kid. Because they feel like if I wait for the right guy, that might not never happen. So they have a kid, and then a lot of times they end up dealing with a guy that ain't shit. Or they be almost 40 with no kids and be like,
clock ticking type deal.
I don't know. I don't really know.
Do you have kids? This is a great question for you.
It probably is, but it's also a difficult question for me to even answer because
Do you have kids?
no.
You want to get married first?
So originally, well, let me just respond to the question. What was the question?
Right. Do women prioritize having kids more than marriage?
Modern women.
What's a modern woman?
You. The one that want to go to work, be head of the household, I make my own money.
That some women probably want to be in a good space before she have kids, financially. Some maybe mentally before they have children. Whether they are looking for the right person to have children with, I don't know, because some women are okay with, if I have the finances to raise the kid and I know I'm available and I can take care of or manage the child on my own, then I'm okay with that. And marriage may not be a priority because they feel like they have all the tools and resources to take care of that child. And resources, like, mainly is financial that a lot of women think about because, that's an extra body. It's an extra person, so you have to make sure that your money is right. I think that that's what some women might prioritize a little bit more if they want to have a baby.
Well, I have a different view on it. I think social media has helped the demise of marriage. So that's why women really not thinking to get married because
And have.
What did you say?
No, he said in half.
Oh.
Because a lot of men feel like what I'm getting married for, if I'm going to end up having to give up half if something go sour, like, yeah, and half, that is definitely contributing to the demise of marriage.
Think it's, a lot of social media stuff, like, doesn't promote being married, black love. It's promoting be single, do what you want, get this money, and have a good life without being tied down. And I think a lot of people is living and abiding by that because that's like the success story.
Now, is social media doing that, or are people doing that and just posting it on social media?
People are doing it, and I think from the perspective, it's persuading people because it's like it looks fun, it looks like it's in. That's what we can do and still be happy.
But I don't even think it's just social media. Like, I just think it's people in general because, as I've said before, I wasn't told, if you have a kid, you should marry her. I wasn't even told, get married, then have kids, whatever. Like, I was just told stuff happens. You know, if you have a kid, take care of your kid. You don't have to marry the woman so it wasn't like a marriage thing. And from the example, my mother wasn't married to my father, so it was just like, okay. I think she was married to my sister's dad, but I don't know if that was before or after my sister. Well, I wasn't born then, so I don't really know. But from my perspective, I didn't get that. Get married, have kids. I was told, start a family, don't walk into one. Whether that was marriage or not, it wasn't really part of the equation.
I don't know. I don't have kids, but I don't have kids by choice. It's not that I don't want to have them, but.
And that's why I was asking, would you rather be married first or like what if you never get married?
Yeah, originally that was the goal.
Right.
You know, when I was younger, yes, I wanted to be married first because that was just the idea that I had
so
for
at this
myself.
Point in life,
at this point in life, I feel as if I'm going to know when I choose and I'm ready to have a child, because now that I'm older, I can look at my different situations and circumstances.
Based on what though? What'll make you ready to have a kid?
My lifestyle, who I am, because I know the type of lifestyle that I will want to provide to my child.
And this is the problem because it ain't a man included in nothing you saying. It was my lifestyle, what I can provide for my kid, not like, oh,
but I'm not necessarily, but I'm talking about just me as a person, right? So even if I have the finances are cool, but when I talk about lifestyle, I want to make sure that for me, I can't speak for a man. If I meet a man that's ready to have a child and he's ready for it, and that's fine, but I want to make sure that I'm ready for it too.
What do you do if you don't, though?
If I don't what?
Meet a man that you think is ready to have a child.
Who says I haven't?
I didn't say you didn't. I'm just asking what happens if you don't, because you keep saying my lifestyle, make sure I'm ready and that I can. But when you're having a kid, it's two sides to that kid.
I agree.
So essentially, like when you just think you excluding a whole nother half of that kid.
I'm not excluding them. Because I only can speak for myself. If I meet someone, then of course we can have that conversation together and decide if we feel like we're ready to have a child. But I can't if they don't.
How else you gonna have a kid?
I understand that, but how else? I can't speak for somebody that's not there. I only can speak for myself.
Right. So would you rather be married? Or is that not okay, I know I want to have a kid. I may not get married, but I know I want to have a kid, because that's a real thing. Like at a certain point when you've been living life a certain way, you don't feel like I want to be married. This might be like, yeah, whatever. But you still want to have a kid because you still want your family, whatever, to live on and progress and whatever it is. So are you willing to say, well, I might not get married because I haven't found a guy I feel like I want to marry, but I do know I want a kid?
Yes. At this point, I feel like, for one, for me, I have to be ready to have a kid. If I'm in a relationship with somebody and I know that he wants a child, I don't want to produce something or bring a person into the world when I know that I'm not ready to have a baby. I don't want to do that because it's not fair.
Is a sperm bank an option?
No.
Right. Just ask.
So the guy gotta be like you. The guy has to be because you're not willing to just go get some sperm donated.
But so what are we talking about? You saying the guy has to be something like what?
He has to be involved, so you wouldn't feel like I mean, I guess it's just going to what the post said, and where marriage isn't the first option. It's like, well, I know I want to have a kid, but if I get married, all right, cool.
So I'll make this clear: being married and having a child, yes, I would absolutely love to do that. Like that is,
but
like
you're
I
not
said,
willing
that
to sacrifice having a kid because you're not married. So if you never got married, you still would want to have a kid.
If I never got married, yes, I still would want to have a kid.
Just sitting here thinking, like, maybe it's because, like, we genetically we know we here to reproduce, and I guess that's kind of like, if you look at any animals, any creatures, all they know is we here to reproduce. So why are we different? And maybe that's what is coming out now. Like, people thinking like, I don't need to be married or have that bond. But
what we don't know is we don't know how those animals are. We know they reproduce, but you don't know if them animals feel like this my wife, this my whatever. Like, we really don't.
You do know, because if you watch them, they reproduce with any female. So and that same female can have sex. Like, I seen like certain animals, like a female let 5-6 male animals, ejaculate in them just because they want to make sure they have a baby. So do all 5-6 of them feel like that's their wife?
Maybe.
But then
they might believe in polygamy too.
All right. But
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make a connection. Maybe that's what. Maybe we going primal. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying this. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm just saying, I don't know the mental of what those animals.
Who made up marriage? Like, who came?
God.
Yeah,
that's what we can think. But who?
Let me ask y'all this real quick. In your opinion, what forms a tighter bond with your partner? Having a kid with them or getting married to them?
Wait, say it one more time.
What formed a tighter bond, like a tighter connection to your partner? Having a kid with them or getting married to them?
For me, it was getting married.
Big homie?
Yeah, for me, I would say marriage.
For me, definitely kid. Yeah.
But
in your opinion, what would you think?
Probably a kid.
The reason why? Oh, you go.
I feel like marriage because the kid ain't a bond between me and that person. I have to bond.
It is though.
Yes and no. Like,
that's a forever bond too.
A forever bond with the kid. I don't have to deal with you. If me and you not together, I don't have to deal with you. I have to deal with my kid. What do we do when the kid is 18? When the kid is grown? If we not together, I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to deal with you. I don't even have to be around you unless it's the kid having a party or something, or they got kids and we got grandkids, but I don't have to deal with you. If I marry you, I'm saying I want to deal with you every single day for the rest of my life, kids included or not.
I think that.
So to me, that's a way tighter bond than based off of a kid. What do you do when those kids leave the nest?
And I don't think that I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. I'm just saying my say. Even when your child becomes of age, turn 18, leave the nest, that kid will hold some type of connection between you and the mom. It doesn't matter. It will never.
It don't hold a bond.
It will
though.
never go away. But y'all will still be connected. So I guess
we share blood, but I don't have to bond with you.
Differentiate the word bond and connection. Right, those two can be different. But at any given time, that's your kid. So y'all will always share. This is something that y'all made together. Y'all created this individual, this human being. So that's something that's gonna always keep y'all together at some point in some type of capacity.
Nope.
Maybe, but that's why I'm saying maybe I'm looking at the definitions differently.
Well, what if the person? What if your child's other parent did you dirty, beyond dirty, the worst? You know how whatever you think is the worst. You feel like you still have to have a tight bond with them because of the kid.
That's a different thing, but you still bonded.
Right, you're gonna share the same blood, and that's why I'm saying I feel like a bond is tighter when I decide to marry you. That's you. That don't have nothing to do with the kid, that is you. That's me saying I love you. I want to be with you. I want to spend life with you. The kid, anything can happen. All that means is if something was to happen to this kid, yeah, we probably both might be at the hospital. We both gonna be at our grandkids' things, but I still don't have to. I don't have to talk to you while we there. I don't have to deal with you. Why would it? I don't have to deal with you. I don't even have to sit by you.
I agree with him on the marriage bond, like just for the fact, like you are giving your life to this person. Like you saying, I want to be with you for the rest of my life.
You're making a commitment.
Yeah. So the reason why I don't say child is because I watch people have kids just for the hell of it because they can make them, and they gone with the wind as fast as they made them. You know what I'm
look
saying?
at the kids who've been adopted. Who bonded to them?
We know how the world is, like people outside of us. We've seen it. We've seen all of that before. But when you talk about, like, obviously you said your piece, like who you are and how you feel about it. You said that too. I don't have either. So I only can say what I imagine. I imagine myself feeling like, yeah, if I decided to have a child with somebody, and that's why my initial thing was, yeah, I wanted to be married, because this was, first of all, I've devoted and committed myself to you till death do us part, through sickness and through health, right? So that is the bond and the connection that I'm making with you under God.
Which
then
technically supposed to happen before the kid.
Right, and that's why I say, then we decide to have a child. So now we are bringing life into the world together. Now we know that a lot of times marriages don't work, so people get divorced. Okay, cool, but we entered into one another, and we planted a seed and we had a baby. Like, this is something for me that I'm looking at like, okay, we did this together. It doesn't mean like I got to be connected to you forever, but we still gonna be bonded in some type of way, because that's a huge thing that we decided to do. And we gonna spend 18 years making this human being even great, or something longer than that, because they still gonna always want to come home to mommy and daddy. They still gonna call on us for everything. Not if y'all separated.
They ain't coming home to mommy and daddy.
No, but I'm saying, when things go wrong or life just gets in the way.
Or when you gotta celebrate their accomplishments. Y'all both.
So I kind of understand where they coming from, because you always gonna keep running into this person. If you get divorced, 9 times out of 10, you can, like you say, you get married and divorced and no kids.
That's thinking about the divorce. I'm not thinking about getting divorced when I get married. When you get married, it's supposed to be for life, not when accomplishments happen, not when they decide they want us both. That's every day for the rest of my life. To me, that's way deeper than on occasion. If the kid feel like they need us both there or whatever is going on. No, I'm saying I'm devoting myself to you for the rest of my life every day.
Point to get to the closure. whole thing, the closure topic.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, not now, but it's a great way to get into it.
Yeah, I just feel like marriage is me devoting myself to you. It don't have nothing to do with
you become
anything
one.
else.
So that's a bond that you really.
It's supposed to not get broken.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like y'all. Everybody, the kid gonna move out, gonna create his own bond probably, and get married and have kids and have his own family.
And y'all gonna be at the wedding, whether y'all together or not.
But we're speaking of marriage. When you say marriage means you're together regardless.
I agree.
I'm not just being around.
Let me ask a quick question. Do men cry more when they get married or when they have a kid?
I cried more when I got married, honestly. I didn't even cry when I had a kid.
Selfish, but I cried when I got married. It was a different feeling.
Yeah, I didn't even cry when I had a kid.
I didn't either. Damn. I was just happy. Like I was.
Yeah, I had hella joy and all of that, but I didn't cry when I had a kid.
Me either.
Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce.
I cried when I had my kid. I didn't cry when I got married.
I think it was more so the emotion. Like I'm really doing this. I'm really making this right. I'm making it one. That's who I want to be with. And it just, seeing it come down make you shed a tear. But I don't know if like having a child and she had a C-section maybe took away from
My wife ain't had no C-sections. I didn't cry when we had kids.
Mine did.
I
still cried. It didn't take away from it.
I enjoyed the experience. I was there. I was, all of that. But
I don't know. I really can't explain it. Like I didn't shed a tear or nothing. Like, but I was happy. I was holding. I was loving. I felt all the emotions. I don't know.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
It just wasn't a tearjerker for me.
It's interesting.
We didn't know we were going to become here, but we're here, baby.
It's interesting that y'all, because out of y'all men, he had a different experience.
Yeah, I mean,
but I've seen so many videos where, sorry to cut you off, videos where like they show like people getting married, like the Black Love page and stuff on Instagram. And you see the man like crying when he see his wife in her wedding dress, and like he be ugly face crying, boo-hoo crying, like, and you just think it's the most beautiful thing ever.
Because I think it's more so like you're supposed to only experience it once, in my opinion.
For me,
and you can have multiple kids, so it's like it's sad.
Can't be crying that many times.
Yeah, it's
you ain't gonna cry all the time.
I ain't got 4 of them in me, but this marriage thing,
I'm trying to rationalize it, but I guess the value of it, because you could keep making kids.
Yeah. And that's not to say that, if you have another kid, you might still cry for that kid, but I don't. For me, it wasn't that. I don't know. It was a different type of emotion. Yeah. It was like I'm happy. I get to see my kid, hold them, all of that. But it wasn't a crying moment for me. I don't know.
Either one, I think doesn't matter which one you cry for. Like,
oh no,
a man experiencing or expressing emotion is just always a beautiful thing.
And I could understand a person crying when they woman, wife, whatever, having a kid. It's definitely, you feel a lot of emotions.
I haven't seen many videos, and I'm only just speaking obviously
they ain't
of like
videoing the man. They usually videoing the woman.
Man crying. But it's interesting when they do show videos of like men showing emotion. Sometimes it's when a man is getting married, like when he see his woman, like literally his wife to be. Usually that's what you see. When a woman is having a baby, they don't really show that.
But ask them, talk to them nurses. Y'all know I'm in the medical field. They gonna tell you. Dudes be crying when they have babies.
Be crying.
Oh yeah, it's a regular thing. I don't know how.
I can believe it.
I think it's all
regular thing.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think it's all beautiful. I don't know where that question
having
came from.
Having a kid is extremely beautiful.
Yeah, boy. But so let's get into this other one. So let's get into this other topic while we were talking about. Oh, hold on. Which one was the? the closure. We was talking about closure. Can somebody pull up that? I'm on live. We got 4 people watching. Shout out.
What up?
Shout out Iceberg.
So
Shout out
always
Sonya.
on
Shout
her.
out Lolo. Lauren.
Is that Sonya who?
Yeah, so Sonya just hopped on.
Sonya,
Don
yeah, hey Sonya.
are y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready for you.
All right. So my husband is throwing a temper tantrum because I had dinner with my ex, who is leaving for prison for the remainder of his life, and just wanted to apologize for any hurt he caused me and say goodbye. Boy, boo. I needed that closure. Cry about it then.
Can I say the B word on here or no?
Yeah, you say whatever you want.
Just put a chicken noise over it.
We don't get no sponsors.
Bitch. I wish you would tell me some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we married now. You my wife, and you telling me after all this time we spent together, we got married, and you still worried about
Closure.
making it right with another nigga?
You still worried about whatever he did to you in the past that you need closure? So that's like you never moved on.
Yeah. So what am I? Was I just something to do while you was broke or something? Like, I'm really in it. You just like, I'm just go wherever this go because I'm really just doing something because I need closure. Like, what is it?
So I'll say this. My thought just ran away from me that fast.
It was some
Okay.
bullshit. It was some bullshit.
I'm like looking
was some
over here and I'm
bullshit.
looking over there and I'm like,
Look,
But
got
I
me
think-
tapping my foot.
Put the chicken noise over to my cuss words. 'Cause I don't usually talk like this.
no, but sometimes I do feel like, I don't know, when you talk about closure, and if depending on how their relationship was, I'm just saying, maybe
You playing devil's advocate right now.
sometimes
Give it to us.
if
Yeah,
a
tell us
person
how you feel.
if a person
Why wasn't that done before we got married?
Nah, speak. I want her to speak. Get that shit out because I want to hear exactly what it is that you got to say. Let the people hear.
my thought like literally jumped out of my brain.
Like,
and
nah, I can't say
like,
that.
Because you playing devil's advocate.
Sis can't get her closure.
Not
You should have got that shit before we was married.
no, you
Yeah.
know what? I'll say this. It is a level of respect when you married, right? So
can a guy go on a date with his first crush that
no,
broke his heart?
sometimes sometimes it take a long time for other people to. Sometimes it does take a while for people to realize some of the wrong things that they have done to others. And it's not to say like they still had like a relationship going on or they were even still communicating, but maybe he just got to a point in his life where, and I'm only saying this for him, I'm not saying that her
He wanted to
deciding to
apologize.
go for her, I'm not saying that her deciding to go was the right thing to do or was appropriate, but for somebody to like really feel like, damn, you know, I did you bogus, and I really do just want to apologize to you because, you know, I messed up or something like that. Like,
Fuck him, his feelings, his
No, listen.
apology. I don't give.
sometimes you just
Listen.
let people be, and
Wait. Listen.
Yeah, you let the nigga be, and we got married. You moved on, and he need to keep it moving.
If
maybe he just
wait.
trying to right his wrongs.
If
He
he
You
going-
can't
No,
right your wrong. Your
Listen.
wrong came to me, and I righted it. Mind your business. Go live your life,
No, some
and go
people
do
feel
whatever
like-
it is.
all right,
you
it's nothing
That was
wrong
good. That
with
was good.
apologizing.
That was good.
But it's this one thing that we use on a daily basis that you can really, you know, it's called talking through people through this little block thing we have that you
Cell
can.
phone.
Exactly. So why not
Yeah,
apologize?
a date. That's a bit much.
You feel I respect the man like, hey man, I messed up. I'm going to jail. I just want to say I'm sorry for everything I did to you. He could have
Here's
sent a text message.
here's
an
my
email,
here's
or
my
something.
problem. If we married, that mean y'all had to be years removed from y'all relationship.
It don't mean have to be.
It really
they
didn't.
Get married
So it was.
quickly.
Let me make this clear. It was just a post. It was a blanket post.
It
It didn't
was.
have any type of history onto
Right.
it.
Nah,
Though.
it
So
didn't.
right,
But if we married,
maybe y'all only been married for a year or something. But who's to say that
how
the
long we was
relationship
dating then?
right? That's
2
what I'm saying.
weeks.
Who's to say that the relationship that her and her ex had was not longer, or they didn't have something special? And I don't know.
You can inbox her.
The
right
shit
before
wasn't
you go
that
to
special.
jail,
You married me.
if y'all Facebook friends, and just say, "Hey,
All right, so let me ask y'all this: what's the problem?
the dates." I don't care about a man apologizing, because some people do stuff like apologize. It's nothing wrong with apologizing. If he coming there just to straight apologize and not trying to ease his way back in, I have no problem.
So
If he-
that's the
The
problem.
date
The
is
problem
somewhat an
is the
issue.
problem is
I got a different issue.
the thought that he may be trying to. I mean, he's going away forever.
No,
so
it's the thought
Nope.
that she actually took the date.
She accepted the date.
I
She
ain't even
accepted the
too.
date.
I ain't even. Yeah, the date is an issue. The fact that you need closure. The fuck you need closure from? You been with me how long?
That too.
We married. You still need
That's a lot of
closure
shit
from
wrong with
another nigga?
So
For
the
what?
problem is with the wife, right?
Yes. I don't
Accepting
have
the
an
date,
issue with
needing
dude
closure.
feeling like he want to apologize. Yeah, you fucked up. You see, we doing good over here. Yeah, you probably do want to
So
apologize
she
because
should
you
have
missed your
just.
beat.
She should have just,
She should have just
gotten
been
over
like,
it and left it.
No date.
What you mean she should have gotten? No, I'm assuming you over it when
'Cause
you
you
married me.
married, right.
What the? Yeah,
Right.
you should have been
You're
got
not
over
finna
it.
tell me you need closure.
Look, you need closure from another dude for what? That's
I'm not-
like saying
I'm
you
not
ain't
dis-
over him yet.
I ain't
What we
disagreeing
doing
with y'all.
then?
I'm
You shouldn't even be here. And the fact that we're
Well,
married,
She said, "Boy, bye, cry on then."
yeah, bye.
It's kind of
Man,
Are you
man,
Bye.
divorcing? Are you
she
divorcing?
straight treated
Are
her
you,
Hey,
husband.
are
Punk.
you
She straight
divorcing
treated
her?
her
Are y'all
Punk, this
divorcing
in the
her?
lines of Aisha Curry.
Bye.
Like, I feel like we getting the same type of scenario as Aisha
I wouldn't
Curry.
quite say
Don't
it's
do
that,
that.
but
Don't do
bye.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
boy, bye, bye.
No,
Y'all getting
Now
a
you
divorce?
gonna need closure from me in 5 years when you married to the other nigga.
Y'all getting a divorce? You divorcing
Probably
her if
not.
she go on that
but
date?
If she go on that date,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
You gonna divorce her if she
Yes.
go?
I'm not fucking with her.
Yes.
Because what y'all do after the date, and now you making me insecure.
What if she say you can come with her?
Why the why would I?
I'm just asking
We all
questions
gonna go on
here,
a date
guys.
with this nigga?
He going to jail for life. You think I want to meet this dude?
What we finna do? You want us to run a train on you now? Like, where we going with this?
Big homie coming in hot, and I love it.
Like,
And
I'm just trying to
it.
figure out where we going with
Big
this.
homie ain't playing
We
today,
having
baby.
a love triangle. Like we gonna be woosahing together because y'all like.
You
I
can
don't
wait
know.
on his ass to get out of jail since you need closure.
So if reverse the question, and y'all have to, I need y'all to put yourselves in the situation or scenario where is,
A girl tell me she need closure, and I'm married.
she wants to apologize to you, but maybe it was somebody that you was like really in love with, who you thought was the one.
Okay.
I got a story time.
Wait, real
Story
quick. Let me say my answer.
time.
She gonna say, "I'm sorry. I understand where you coming from." Click it.
How it go?
That's it.
How the sound go?
Click it. I get a flip phone just to slam it.
All right, we got story time.
Story time.
We got a story time.
So
Let's
I've
get
been
it.
married long time.
Long time.
But one of my exes had reached out and, communication was happening, whatever. And she got the kind of sliding down memory lane and she's like, yeah, did we, was I really that crazy? And I'm like, yeah, but it is what it is. And she's like, oh, we would have been this and that. And I'm like, stop. We ain't doing that. Like, focus on what you got going on. I'm married. We don't need to go down memory lane, none of that. And then I blocked her.
See what I mean?
Because why am I even finna let that create any type of anything? Like, for what? I didn't need closure. I didn't need her to tell
But
me
y'all
I'm
know
sorry
that-
for acting crazy
That was
when we
the
was
slam on the
together.
flip phone.
I didn't need none of that. I've been let that go. I'm married now. I don't care about whatever you did to me in the past. That is what it is. It's in the past.
But y'all know that men and women and the way that our emotions are is completely different. So it was easy for you to do the
Click 'em.
whereas women sometimes we do, especially if we were involved in a relationship.
First of all, you assuming it was easy. That
Well,
don't mean
I'm
it was
only
easy, but I
I'm
got
only
way more respect for my
assuming-
wife than to even feed into the fuckery and act like I needed that from. No, I don't need shit from you.
I don't.
Live your life. I'm living mine. I don't.
So I wasn't assuming. I was basing my response or my statement off of your story time. Whether it was easy or not, I don't know. But the fact still does remain the same. Women a lot of times be in relationships and we may feel one type of way about a man and he don't necessarily feel the same way, and we will never know. We will never know that there's a difference in connection and how this person is feeling opposed to how we're feeling. But if we are doing something and I may think that we are in a relationship and we are doing really great, but you treated me like this and like that, and then at the end of the day, when I'm gone, I'm done, I'm married, I'm moved on and lived my life, you start realizing like, damn, you know, I really treated her bogus, because now you have reached a place of growth.
So you need him to tell you,
It's
I did
not-
you wrong.
It's not like that, but depending on how our relationship was going, and the woman feel like she may have been putting her all into something, and like, damn, what was I doing wrong? Why was the situation going like that? Yeah, it does. It doesn't hurt to hear somebody be like, damn, you know what? Because a lot of times a woman will feel like it was her. What?
You'd have took that date.
Would I have
This is
taken
the-
that
this is the
date? If
question.
I'm married, no, I wouldn't have taken that date.
And that's the question. Why does any of that matter if you're married to me now?
I'm not saying that it does. I'm only just speaking for certain. Like sometimes that's how stuff is.
But if we're, and
I'm not saying that it should
I can
matter
understand,
or
like,
anything, but that's just how it is sometimes. Obviously, the somebody made the post, so a woman feels like. But if I'm married, then I'm rocking with my man, with my husband, and that's just what
whatever
it
this
is.
dude talking about don't matter. Closure
and I'm
shouldn't
not
be needed.
saying-
That
I'm
door
not
should have
saying that
been
it
closed.
should,
What you
but-
still need closure for? That door should have closed, you know, a long time ago.
Sometimes
Definitely
it
before
be like-
marriage.
it should have been.
I can
but
understand a relationship. I've literally had a chick tell me like, I gotta go back and make sure that I ain't supposed to be with him, and I gotta give it another chance. All right, go do your shit. You'll be back. Whatever.
Click 'em.
Now let them go do their shit. They came back. They came back.
Click 'em.
But go do your shit. But we wasn't deep in no relationship. It was like a couple months, few months. You know, I knew how she felt about dude. Go. You got to make sure that ain't where you supposed to be. All right, go do your shit. I missed her. You'll be back though.
they always come back.
And she came back.
Okay. Hey, we got something off the live here. From my girl Lauren. Closure is always needed at the end of most relationships. Closure doesn't equate to romantic feelings.
We didn't say it do, but it should have happened at the end of that relationship. You entered a
It
new
don't always work
relationship.
that way though.
It
But
don't.
life
But
don't,
no,
always-
but
life-
after you-
life don't
It
always
doesn't.
work
It
how
don't.
it should.
Because it take
But-
a long time for people
but-
to grow and realize that
But y'all gotta
damn,
understand, to look for
you
closure
know.
once you're married is
Yeah.
absurd.
it's not. So she didn't look for it; it came to her.
But she said she needed it.
So it was.
I
It was
needed that
the
closure.
idea of her
What?
accepting.
Hold on.
the
So if
invitation of
dude
him
would have never,
wanting to apologize.
if dude was never going to jail for life, ain't never called saying he wanted to apologize and
Y'all
all
would've
that,
been happily
you
married.
finna hell no, we couldn't have been, cause you finna spend the rest of your life feeling like you need closure about a past relationship.
But would he have came to? How would you know?
I know now.
You would never know. How would they know?
but
No one would know.
But
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
then, did you really need closure?
Tonight beat a dead horse and then kind of get this moving a little bit. Just a quick question. Has anyone ever reconnected with you just so they can get closure?
No.
No.
I don't
Not
think
with me.
so. What you mean when you say reconnected?
All right.
Boy.
You get with us, you
What?
motherfucker over
Click
here.
We hanging up on
He
this guy.
slid.
What you mean
Click
when you
up.
say reconnect?
So
Yeah.
you referring to like this the last hoorah type stuff?
Huh?
Like you saying a person coming back to say like this the last hoorah?
Reconnected anyway. Hit you up, just text you, coming over,
Asking for closure?
not asking for closure, but reconnecting with, and their agenda was to get closure.
I honestly don't know. I don't know
I don't
if that
think
was
people-
somebody's
It's
agenda.
like trying to
Yeah, I
have
don't
a
know if that was ever
conversation
somebody's
with you
agenda.
and like talk about the past and things that happened, you know, and they just try to talk through like past situations between y'all to figure out like
Yeah.
what happened, and then both of y'all realize, you know, well, yeah, that's probably why it didn't work. That's like a form of closure.
It is. It really
So
is.
he's like, yes.
A motherfucker come back around a second go round.
Yeah.
Even though they know this ain't really, you know, what it is, but let me get back around them. Let me get them to say how
Y'all
they
don't
did
think
me
that-
wrong.
That's a
And
big
then
waste of
after
time.
this, after I get my closure,
Yeah,
I'm out. I'm out.
I ain't never had that
That's a
happen.
big waste of time, though.
You know
like,
what?
you could spend time
I
finding
don't-
something.
Focused on the
love.
next
I've-
one because
But they want that closure.
I ain't never had that happen.
I've never had that happen, but I have had somebody come to me one time and tell me that, you know, that they were really serious about me. And I was like, basically like playing games. And he's married now. And he was like, you know, you couldn't
Coulda
really
been you.
see. You couldn't really see how serious I was about you. And you couldn't make up your mind with like what you wanted to do because I was like newly single.
Right.
And I was just, you know,
Live your best
I
life.
was being single.
Yeah, he's being single.
I liked
Have
him. And
But
then
I
I
like
liked
him
him
too.
too.
Right.
And then him too.
And then I was
Is this
like,
And I
not
put a couple people
let
on the
me
show.
figure
Hold on, let
out,
her
you
finish, though. I
know,
wanna
which
hear the
one of
rest.
y'all I'm going to like the best.
Right.
And while I was liking on Mr. X more than I was, you know, with Mr. Z, Mr. Z was really
Z was on
serious
his
about
shit.
me. But I was like,
Wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't ready. And I was like,
He had
I
no
was
swag.
kind of, he did though, but I was kind of insecure too
Here-
because he
here's
was
the
just
real
like,
question.
He was
like,
too ready. He was
he
it, hold on.
too ready.
He was too ready, like
too
ready to put a
into
ring on it
me.
right
he
then.
was like, he just wanted to be serious,
See how fucked
and
up
I
that
ain't want to
is?
be
But
serious.
See how
did
fucked up
did
that
he
is?
propose?
No, he
Uh,
didn't.
yeah, they
but
probably
he
ain't get
wanted
to that
He
point.
wanted to be in a relationship,
And
but
you-
I
and you
couldn't make
just-
up my mind.
You see
So,
how
wait,
fucked up that
I
is?
Let her
say
finish, let
this.
her
I
finish.
say this to say, so I had ran into him, you know, like a couple months ago, and it was like a closure time. Like we talked about it, like we recapped, and he was like, you know, telling me how into me, you know, he was, and he was like, I kept telling you how serious I was, and he was like, you see now, with the ring on his finger, I was serious. This is what I wanted. And I kept trying to tell you and show you that this what it was, but you weren't with that.
Do you regret it?
And when he was telling me that, I was like, dang, he was like really feeling me and stuff. And I'm like, I just let that pass me by, like whatever. But that, I mean, he
Do
got
you feel like you
his
missed your
closure,
beat?
and
Cause
I don't know. I don't necessarily think so, because I honestly feel like
what's for you is for you.
I do.
But-
And I feel like had I been ready, like, because mind you, listen to what I said though. I said that I was a little insecure too. So it was more of a me thing than a him thing. So it was something that I needed to work through within myself so that I can see a little bit more clearly and understand and be more confident in the relationship or the person that was in front of me. I wasn't able to clearly see what was here because I wasn't ready. I think when I'm ready, then that's when it'll be presented to me and I'll be able to take it full on. But at that time, no. I don't regret it at all, but I was glad that we had that conversation. I was really glad that we did.
Classic case.
Go ahead, speak your mind.
It just sound like a classic case of like. Not saying that you say this. I don't want to. I'm just using your stories out. But you know how women be like, it ain't no good men out here, and they be all ready
that
to get
ain't my
married
case.
and stuff. But the dude you passed up, now he married and he was all into you, but just like he was too into me and he was and then he married and it's like you passed that up. You could have had what you wanted, but you wasn't ready for it. Not saying that you should have been, because everybody got to do stuff on their time.
I don't even look at it like that though, because I already knew that I wasn't ready. If I felt that I was honestly ready, then I would have went for it. But I knew I wasn't ready. Like I said, I was newly single, so I bet
you he was ready to work with you.
I wasn't trying to get all like
he was ready to go through the bumps. And
he would have went through the bumps and bruises. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but being newly single, I'm not trying to hop out and hop in. I'm not playing jump in, jump out, jump on. So I needed to give myself time to explore,
to date him and figure out what you was.
If that's what I wanted to do, yeah.
Okay, cool. So moving on to the next one.
Hey, do your shit. Cause
let's get it.
You know
that's what you supposed to do when you newly single.
Can somebody pull up the 2 outfits?
I gotta.
What?
Oh yeah.
Nah, you gotta what? Speak.
You gotta potty.
We gotta take a pause, y'all.
Gotta take a break.
Sorry.
Sorry.
When nature calls.